تطلعات جميع السوريين دون ما تمييز. وشكرا السيد الرئيس.
I thank the representative of Kuwait for the statement, and I give the floor to the representative of the Islamic Republic of Iran.
In the name of God, the compassionate and merciful, thank you, Mr. President. We thank Under Secretary General Mr. Carlo, Assistant Secretary General, and Ms. Misuya for their informative briefing. We listen to the views shared by Ms. Jalabi. Mr. President, we note the recent visiting mission of the Security Council to Syria and Lebanon, initiated by Algeria, Denmark, and Slovenia, as well as the report presented today. We hope this visit will lead to concrete and effective outcomes by the Council, especially to compel the Israeli regime to end its occupation and cease the unlawful actions immediately. Regarding the situation in Syria, I wish to make the following points. First, 1 year has passed since the establishment of the Syrian interim government. Over the past year, important transitional steps have been undertaken by Damascus. At the same time, the Syrian people continue to face acute social, humanitarian, economic, and security hardship. The continued operation of armed groups outside the control of the Syrian authorities, marked by arbitrary violence against civilians and violations of humanitarian rights, remains deeply alarming and poses a serious threat to peace, stability, and national cohesion. The tragic incident witnessed over the past years in the coastal region and in Ceuta underscored the urgent need to restore full state authority, uphold the rule of law, and prevent exploitation of sectarian and communal division for violent ends. In this regard, we note the decision by the interim Syrian government to establish national mechanism to investigate the incident in coastal areas and the crimes committed in Ceuta and to hold perpetrators accountable. Second, the resurgence of terrorism remains a grave and immediate threat to Syrian and wider region. The reemergence and growing operational capacity of ISIS, including recent terrorist attacks, serve as a stark reminder of the persistent nature of this threat. Iran unequivocally condemned terrorism in all its forms and manifestations and reiterates that counterterrorism efforts must be comprehensive, non-selective, and fully consistent with international law, respect for the sovereignty and territorial of the Syrian Arab Republic. Third, we take note of additional development on the ground, including the return of more than 1 million refugees and nearly 2 million internally displaced persons to their homes, as well as the easing of certain sanctions and improved humanitarian access. While these developments are encouraging, the situation remains fragile. Over the past year, the Israeli regime has intensified its unlawful use of force, expanded its military footprint, and pursued policies aimed at consolidating and normalizing its occupation of Syrian land. We strongly condemn Israel's unlawful incursion into the town of Beit Jin on 28 November, during which Israeli terrorist force killed 13 civilians, including women and children, injured dozens, and forcibly displaced residents through deliberate and indiscriminate shelling of civilian homes. As mentioned in the letter dated 28 November from Permanent Representative of the Syrian Arab Republic addressed to the Secretary General and the President of Security Council, this criminal assault constitutes a grave war crime under international law. The assault and the resistance of local residents to Israeli aggression with the support of the Syrian interim government underscore the inevitable and destabilizing consequences of prolonged occupation and repeated acts of aggression. Israeli actions are neither defensive nor incidental. They are part of a deliberate strategy to entrench occupation, fragment Syria, and weaken its national cohesion by exploiting ethnic and sectarian differences and promoting separatist agendas. Such conducts constitute a direct threat to regional peace and security. The Security Council cannot remain passive in the face of this violation. The affirmation of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Syria is legally hollow and empty words if not accompanied by concrete measures to compel compliance by the Israeli occupying regime. Continued inaction, selective silence, or the political shielding of Israel by a permanent member of this council serve only to normalize and legitimize its occupation and act of aggression and renders to council resolutions ineffective and unenforceable. Fourth, from the outset of Syria's political transition, the Islamic Republic of Iran has acted responsibly and consistently supported Syria's sovereignty, unity, territorial integrity, and freely expressed will of its people. As a contiguous neighbor, Iran considers Syrian stability and territorial integrity essential to regional peace and security. We firmly believe that addressing Syria's challenges requires, first and foremost, an immediate end to Israeli aggression and occupation, effective and principled counterterrorism effort, and continued effort by the Syrian authorities to protect minority rights and advance a genuinely inclusive political process enabling the meaningful participation of all components of Syrian society. Iran will continue to support a sovereign, stable, and secure Syria and its reintegration into the international community. I thank you.
I thank the representative of the Islamic Republic of Iran for the statement. I give the floor to the representative